All right, here we go. Welcome everybody. Happy Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in as always for our Lunch and Learn series. We come to you guys live every single Wednesday at 12 o'clock. We've been trying to do a lot of these in person for the last Wednesday of the month. However, this current month, with it being towards the end of the year, we're going to postpone that. We're going to do them all virtual. So without further ado, I'd love to jump into this one right away. As always, these are very short and sweet, about 5 to 10 minutes roughly. Again, just some really quick, educational, awesome snippets that you can enjoy on your lunch hour or at your convenience. Again, just very easy to digest. This one's all about the different ways to manage essentially your holiday outlook. So guys, let's jump right into it. No cannabis and stuff's going to be involved in this. However, we know that would be a huge help for many people. We really want to just go over different ways this time to really just kind of, again, express exactly how to kind of handle this time of year. We know for a lot of people this can get very tough. So with that said, again, we wanted to take the time and just spend this week on touching on some of the stuff that I know I personally will do. Gentleman Gavin helped put this presentation together, he and I. These are a lot of these points that he helped come up with as well. So again, these are just things that some of our staff members are doing. All right, so first things first, guys. Nobody should have to deal with stress or depression alone, especially not during the holiday season. So we know that if you are, just know that we are definitely here. That's why our wellness shop is open to the public. You can definitely come on in, guys. We're trying to do what we can to give gifts and stuff to members of the community who may be in need. And we're really looking to do a lot more stuff as each year progresses. If you're a patient of ours, you've had a chance to hopefully see our awesome Giving Tree initiative we have downstairs, and we're doing some stuff to hopefully give some people who normally have Christmases that are a little bit quiet and make them a little bit louder for them. As we all know, the days leading up to Christmas can be quite stressful, so there are a million things we can do, but hardly any extra time to do it. So in this Lunch and Learn, we're going to review and share a few different ways that we can handle stress and depression or just your general mood this holiday season, and share tips on positive wellness activities to help keep your mental and physical going. Let's go. So let's start off with ways to assist with your stress and outlook this season. So here's some assistance. One, let's acknowledge our feelings. If someone we know that's close to us or recently passed or a loved one for other reasons, realize that it's normal to feel sadness or grief. This is a time of year that's very touchy for a lot of people. A lot of stuff can happen during the holidays. There's a lot of people who have birth dates, or again, somebody may have passed away, or just a lot of stuff can happen during this time of year where it should seem very festive and you have things weighing you down. Again, this is just a good time to kind of look back and acknowledge how do you feel, and just kind of look back at things that are making you, again, what's causing you to feel these ways. Just looking at these things objectively and just acknowledging how you feel. That's step one. Step two is reaching out. If you feel lonely or isolated, you can seek out the community, religious or other social events. Many of these have websites, online support groups, social media sites, virtual events that can offer support or companionship. Again, we try to do what we can here within our dispensary walls and our wellness walls. We have a lot of cool connections with a lot of members of our community, so we can definitely, whether it's mental health disorders, whether it's assistance with food, shelter, things like that, our community does an amazing job at really kind of offering resources to those. So please, if you know anybody or yourself are struggling, please do not hesitate to reach out. This is exactly why we're having this Lunch and Learn today. Be open to change. The holidays don't have to be perfect or like the year previously. As families change and grow, traditions and rituals often change as well. Choose to hold on to a few and be open to creating new ones. Set some differences aside. Try to accept family members and friends as they are, even if they don't live up to all of your expectations. Set aside grievances until a more appropriate time, and be understanding if others get upset or distressed when something goes awry. Keep in mind, guys, this is a time of year that's hectic for everybody, so don't just assume that you might be the only one who's kind of going through something. Chances are that they're feeling the effects of the holiday stress and depression too. Now let's talk about some tips that we can use to plan out these holidays, because this is definitely going to help. Plan out a budget. If you're going to be doing any gift shopping this year, whether it's for yourself, whether it's for a loved one, before you do any of this, just decide how much money you can actually afford to spend. I know I personally have gone over budgets throughout the year, and it really does put a hamper on you. And honestly, like I tell my children personally, if I ask them, do you remember what you got on your 4th Christmas? And they say no, I'm like, exactly. So we try to do a lot more stuff that's geared around events and just doing cool stuff around that time period versus just gift giving personally. One, it helps put some extra money in my pocket, save some money too. At the end of the day, these memories are what they actually are remembering more. You can donate to a charity in someone else's name. You can give homemade gifts, start a family gift exchange, different things you can do to, again, just try to change up the holiday itself. Plan ahead. Set aside specific days for shopping, baking, connecting with friends, and other activities. Plan your menus and then making your shopping list. That'll help prevent last-minute scrambling to buy gifts, forgotten gifts, or ingredients. We all, I'm sure, have dealt with this before, just waiting for last minute, doing some stuff. Pessimism has a huge sign to do with creativity, so we have a little bit more creative ideas towards the end of towards when we wait to an idea to kind of implement it. However, because of our tight timing, it's kind of hard to actually do that. So if you do a little bit of pre-planning beforehand, then when it comes time to execute, you'll be much more prepared. So learn to say no. Saying yes when you should say no can leave you feeling resentful and overwhelmed. Friends and colleagues will understand if you can't participate in every project or activity, especially during the holiday season. Don't abandon any healthy habits. Don't let the holidays become a free-for-all. Overindulgence only adds to your stress and guilt. Try these alternatives. Eat healthy meals, get plenty of sleep, include regular physical activity in your daily routine, try deep breathing exercises, meditation, or yoga. Don't forget to breathe. Make some time for yourself. Find an activity you enjoy and take a breather. Find something that reduces stress by clearing your mind, slowing your breathing, and restoring your inner calm. Options may include taking a walk at night and stargazing, listening to soothing music, reading a book. Seek professional help if needed. Despite your best efforts, you may find yourself feeling persistently sad or anxious. If these feelings last for a while, talk to a doctor or a mental health professional. Again, guys, if any of these things seem concerning to you at all, please do not hesitate to reach out. We can definitely do our part and try to connect you with somebody. Lastly, here's a few tips that you can help enjoy this holiday season. Enjoy it as much as you can. It may sound self-explanatory, but listen, by making the conscious decision to open yourself to true well-being and happiness, you'll be more likely to miss those uplifting moments and even begin to have your radar out for them. The point is, when you are actually open to experiencing good, good can come to you. You have to be open. You have to be willing to accept things as they come, take in things as they come, don't judge them, and again, just be open that good things can happen to you. Good things can happen to you. And again, unless you're looking for them, good chance you'll miss right out. You'll miss them. Practice generosity. This is a time of year when we think of giving, sometimes we think of getting, but really this is the time of year where we really need to basically, if we have these impulses to act, be generous, we should always act on these. Again, do what you can. Definitely don't stretch yourself too thin by taking away from your cup to fill somebody else's. That's never the way to do. However, in many cases, things could almost always be worse, and we can always do a little bit more. Again, maybe it's not monetary, maybe it's time, maybe it's just words. There's always ways for us to, again, help increase the happiness and just the overall well-being of those around us. Whenever you feel the impulse to be generous, act on it. As you do, notice the expansive feelings in your body and your mind. Without expecting anything in return, notice how good it feels inside when you see somebody happy just because of your sincere generosity. Practice gratitude. Guys, this is huge. Don't take your good fortune for granted. Consciously reflect on all the blessings in your life each day. Express your appreciation directly to loved ones and friends when you're with them. You and they will both feel the joy and the loving connection. Remember to have fun. Remember what it was like when you were a kid during the holidays? Let yourself experience that again. Tune into and take delight in the enthusiasm of loved ones around you. Singing and dancing are excellent ways to get out your head. Now, I know, guys, assume that everybody had the same uplifting childhood is obviously very wrong. I know, me personally, I had many great Christmases and many horrible ones. If I could look back, at the end of the day, they helped make me to who I am, and they helped define what that season means to me. So again, it's all about perspective. So even if you were a child and sometimes things didn't seem the easiest or best, just look back, and I promise you'll be able to find moments where you were, again, you're a child, your brain's flooded with these feel-good chemicals. There were moments I'm sure you could reflect on and just notice how happy you were, how carefree you were, if you will. Happiness is contagious. It's proven that happiness can spread like wildfire. If you're happy, you increase the odds that your close friends and family will be happy. So the more you can stay connected with your own happiness, the more you will help others get in touch with their own. We all benefit when we awaken the joy within ourselves. It actually says within you. So again, what that last point is really much talking about is just try to pay attention to your mood. Understand that how you feel. If you notice, if you're around people who are a little weary, dreary, a little solemn, that does have a damper on you. Sometimes it makes you wonder why should you feel so happy if they don't, or is something wrong with you, and vice versa. Sometimes you're the sad one. You see people happy all around you, and you wonder why are you upset the way you are. Again, some of these things are not as simple as just quick mindset shifts. That's why diet, exercise, and things like that are so important. But again, when we look at this list of stuff that we did, again, looking at things from your perspective, from a good perspective, an objective point of view, being grateful, remembering on past moments and stuff like that, understanding that things change. Just these little simple things, these are things we can control with our mind, and they do have a huge impact in regards to how we're viewing this time of year. I know this can be stressful for a lot of people. Again, this is something that I wanted to personally touch on because I know every single year, it doesn't matter what situation I'm in, whether I'm financially fit, whether I'm, feeling, whether my attitude, energy is really good, this is still a stressful time for me. So because of that, I know for a fact it has to be for other people. I hear it all around. I'm in communications. I'm around so many people. Again, I know that this is a common thing. This is why you hear holiday stress. We've talked about that in the past. And again, these are all things that we just want to continue to hammer in and just really think about. Each day you wake up, spend a few moments just being grateful for having another day. Look around you. There are things to be grateful for. There are things, again, that could use a perspective change and things like that. It's hard to find perfect moments in life, and there is never going to be the day where you just wake up and all problems are solved, your karma is completely cleared, and now everything's just going to go smooth. That's not how life works. However, if we start learning and we start adopting these behaviors as soon as possible, that means when things do come at us, we're able to kind of navigate and guide ourselves through them much easier. Again, guys, this one is, this is 10 minutes. Like I said, we try to keep these between 5 or 10 minutes. This is a topic that I personally love. It's so easy for me to keep going. However, that's not the point of these. This is just to be able to kind of give you guys, again, a little bit of info, education, hope, just optimism and stuff. Again, each of these lunch and learns that we have, and this one, again, we didn't notice, I did not bring up cannabis whatsoever. At the end of the day, cannabis is a great tool. Of course, we love it and we respect it here. However, there's still plenty of things and many things that we must do ourselves before stuff like that can really have a dramatic effect. Cannabis can help uplift your mood. It can help put things into perspective. However, if you're using that as a crutch or a tool in order to feel these ways, it's really not doing you long-term favors. These are all things that we should hopefully strive to be able to do ourselves throughout the day. And again, if cannabis is a way to kind of help you get through that, that's awesome. But again, let's really focus on what we can do, because there's not always going to be the opportunity or chance for us to maybe have or to indulge in some of the things that we need to. We have everything we need in us to be happy. It might sound silly, but I truly do believe that. And again, it comes down to just expressing gratitude and just understand that you're just here. You're here for an experience, and it may not always be the easiest or smoothest, but I think from, again, if I can be personal real quick, I think the more we let go, the more we decide that we don't have full control and that we're willing to accept the things as they come, and we truly do give our best as we can, we maintain a good attitude as best as we can, life does seem to kind of work out a little bit more for you, because you're looking for it. You know that you're doing your part and you're looking for things to work out. That being said, guys, thank you again as always. I'm so grateful to be able to have this type of conversation with you all. We still have 2 more lunch and learns this month. I'm super excited because, again, we have a lot of really cool stuff coming up for the new year and things like that. As always, please comment on this video. Please like it. Subscribe to our channel if you found this valuable. It helps out so much more than you'd ever know. Again, guys, I'm Brandon. Thank you all for tuning in. I can't wait for next week. Stay tuned. And as always, subscribe to our event calendar on the Peninsula Wellness page if you have not, because you will get updates to these classes as soon as they come, plus direct link access to make it easier for you. Thank you guys again. I'll see you all next week. Take care.